Hey, what's going on, Miami Dolphins fans? Welcome to the Fins Up Network. Day 5 of OTAs today on Tuesday. No video yesterday because, hey, day 4, we just weren't really given all that much. The media wasn't allowed to the sessions, no press conferences, nothing like that. A little bit of social media put out by the Dolphins, but not much. But we got a lot more today from day 5. So let's dive into that because one of the biggest news pieces from the day, no QB1 for the Dolphins today. Tua Tagovailoa excused from practice with a non-COVID related illness. But let's start with Mike McDaniel's press conference because there was a couple of interesting questions that he ended up addressing. The first things first, the Melvin Ingram signing is officially official. They asked him about that. Said it was a move the entire front office and coaching staff was behind. He's played in big games, so he's got the experience. He's a good guy for the younger guys to learn from both on and off the field. And hell, at the end of the day, pretty damn good player himself. So good signing there, especially considering the financials on that one. One of the next questions that he was asked, I found to be very interesting just because of how rare it is now. And they asked him about the significance of the fullback on offense. And that is just like, that's the gospel right there from Mike McDaniel. No, you know he's going to want to talk some fullback here. But he says it's an advantage because there's not that many teams that utilize one anymore. It's something new for opposing defenses to pay attention to, especially if that player is good and athletic. And what did the Dolphins do this offseason? They went out and signed Alec Ingold, one of the better fullbacks in the league. So you know McDaniel has a plan. You doesn't take a brain surgeon to be able to figure out that they're going to utilize a fullback in this offense. And he also mentioned it gives you a different number on each side of the center depending on which direction that guy goes. So it's a numbers game at the end of the day as well when it comes to the fullback position. But we got to hit on this every single OTA session. It's orange jersey session. So Monday, the OTA day 4, we didn't have a video for. Zach Sealer got the orange jersey. And today, his teammate on the inside, Christian Wilkins, got the orange jersey. And they asked Mike McDaniel where that came from. And he said basically the coaches got together and thought it would be a good idea, kind of spearheaded by John Embry, who came along with him to coach the tight ends. But essentially the best player from the practice before gets the orange jersey, gets to create the playlist for that day's practice. And I thought Mike McDaniel had the ultimate answer for like what happens if people don't like the playlist. He said, if you got an issue with the playlist, become the DJ. Perform better in practice, you can take care of it yourself. So I loved that. The song report. I know there's some people out there that want to know the song report. Got it here. I saw it in a tweet. Diverse playlist ranging from Ja Rule to The Killers to Coldplay to Drake. And I know that there was some footage out there that one of the beat reporters got where they were talking with Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek was giving Wilkins a little bit of crap for his playlist. So who knows? There's going to be some added motivation there from Tyreek to be able to get his day with the orange jersey and creating the playlist as well. But I thought this next question was kind of interesting as well because they talked about flexing positions around the offensive line, especially around Connor Williams, because Connor Williams, obviously, most of his NFL experience is at left guard. McDaniel said he's gotten some playing time at center in preseason game, and there's no better way to learn like the intricacies of an offense other than lining up at both center and guard and getting that experience and him having that versatility on the interior of the offensive lineman. Basically, in this offense, the more you can do, the better. And I got to admit, I'm a bit torn on that because I love the idea of Connor Williams playing guard his entire career. Let's leave him there. Let's not mess with it. Michael Dieter has experience playing center. Let's let him do that. Or if you're not happy with that, go ahead and sign J.C. Tretter. Sign someone that can take that position rather than moving a guy that's proven himself at left guard over to center. Let's not mess around with that. But hey, it's only May. We got plenty of time to sort things out. Let this happen in practice. Let this happen in preseason game. And then we'll get the best 5 guys out in front of Tua Tagovailoa. Speaking of Tua, Mike McDaniel was asked about Tua, just kind of in general, the progress, what he's seen, what he's liked. And he said that Tua has essentially been attacking the moment. He talked about his instinctiveness, and I love that word that he used. And he said that you can tell that this guy has been playing the quarterback and seeing the game through a quarterback lens from a long time, for a long time. And he said it's kind of hard to describe what that means. Like when someone tells you, like, oh, you're seeing it through the quarterback lens, but you can just see when you see Tua and how he sees the game and how he's reading the field, it just makes much more sense. And he's already excited about the development that he's seen. But that was kind of the best nuggets from the Mike McDaniel press conference. But on to some of the practice notes here. Are we going to get a repeat orange jersey performance out of Christian Wilkins? Because Travis Wingfield, who does the Drive Time podcast for the Miami Dolphins, said that Wilkins chased down a 20-yard completion and punched the ball out for a forced fumble. You're going to hear more about Wilkins here in a second as well. But Wingfield also put a tweet out there about Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and said they just open up so much. Their speed to threaten is simply amplified by their ability to suddenly change direction. They're essentially creating 2 to 3 way goes at every juncture of the route. So trying to predict where they're going to go and what route they're running is not easy when you're talking about guys with that kind of speed, with that kind of elusiveness, with that kind of change of direction. And it wasn't just those two that he hit on as well. He mentioned Cedric Wilson catching some nice passes in the team period while showing some ability to separate quickly in tight spaces. He said Mike Gesicki already looks in midseason form. Smooth, no wasted movements, gets into the route, makes the catch, keeps going. It's one fluid motion. I know we've seen that throughout his time with the Dolphins. And we also got a little bit more noise out of Noah Igbenogany today. The report is that Tyreek got the best of him early. However, Igbenogany won on a deep shot to Tyreek in single coverage on what would have been a touchdown without the breakup. So I know a lot of fans are thinking like, hey, the time has passed, but honestly, this is the last shot. He's got great coaching. He's got great people to learn from. If one of these guys were to go down at some point, he could get thrown to the fire. He needs to continue to make these splash plays, get the confidence from the new coaching staff. And who knows, maybe there's some untapped potential there. But so far, there's been some decent reports from Igbenogany from OTAs. In regards to the run plays, which is always tricky in OTAs, so I don't take too much out of this. But the first play with the team drills was a nice run by Saban Ahmed. Hole was opened up by Liam Eichenberg and Larnell Coleman, which is also good news to hear that Liam Eichenberg is making some holes for some players in the run game. Myles Gaskin also had a nice run to the outside, but essentially the defense won the majority of the run plays after those two. And here's kind of a cool OTA report that you likely won't see in the regular season. Today's lone passing touchdown came from Skylar Thompson, who connected with Braylon Sanders on a 50-yard touchdown. Said it was a great play, great throw, great catch. But hopefully, Dolphins fans, it doesn't come to that. I mean, we need to get over this illness, get back on the field, because the reports are that the defense kind of handled things today. Javon Holland recorded an interception. Teddy Bridgewater was flushed from the pocket by the orange jersey wearers, Sealer and Wilkins. Great news right there, I guess, for the defensive line. But also on the defensive line, Raekwon Davis came clean on what would be a would-be sack in that same team period. Defense took the final period. Defense was the name of the game today. One other beat writer noted that while the defense won today with Tua sidelined, Bridgewater and Thompson hit some intermediate passes, but more so a lot of checkdowns and broken plays. So good news for the defense. The bad thing about training camp and OTAs is if it's a good day for the defense, that means the offense was lacking. But remember, folks, it's May, it's OTAs, it's a brand new coaching staff, a lot of new players. We'll let things gel. But a lot of information packed into today's video, but make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Every day that we get good reports, we'll be coming back with more. Got a lot of great things planned throughout the offseason as well. So make sure you're subscribing, turn those notifications on. And until next time, Dolphins fans, fins up.